Today, we're starting a brand new 100 days where we're building on an autumn-themed floating island. Previously, I spent 100 days on a sprinkle floating island, and I had so much fun, I want to go through every season. We do have fairy wings to help us get up and down from the island, and I have some goals to fill this place with cozy autumn crops and builds, so we better get started. And here we are on day 1 of our island. Everything's very orange right now, but also that's kind of the vibes I asked for, so I'm not complaining. But we need to start with the regular Minecraft things, so we're gonna chop this oak tree. We're allowed to leave the island, but it would be nice to get some animals and a bed while we're on the island. Why is this oak tree so tall? Am I gonna have to leave a floating tree here? Let's just make ourselves an axe. That tree was so tall, but at least we've got a bunch of logs now. And I hear some cows. Oh, there's a fox over there. Look at that. Maybe we'll make a little fox enclosure on our island. That would be so cute. Oh, this cow has a baby. Oh, there's a sheep. Oh, I don't want to kill the sheep because what if we can't get more on the island? Oh, there's a pillager. Go, leave. I want to get this little bit of stone though, and I saw some coal, but hopefully we'll also find some iron. Oh, that pillager gave us an uncommon hat grab bag. I don't know about this one. Luckily for us, so there is some food around in the form of wheat. We're in a modded biome, so it's always nice to see what you can get. And I'll grab a little bit over here. And then maybe we just go around the edge of the island looking for iron. I found some lapis, which is not really what we're after. And the iron is not looking promising. I don't really know why there's so many pillagers around, but I have a guess that it's to do with this tower in the middle of the island. I've seen these before, and I think it may have an evoker up the top, if it's anything like the other one I found. But I also think this autumnal tower will be really cool to incorporate into our builds, so we'll definitely want to do that. And I've not managed to find any iron around the perimeter of the island, and it's already towards the end of the day, so I'm wondering if we just kind of dig ourselves into a hole and see if digging around can help us. Honestly, I've no idea if we'll be able to find ores up this high in the sky, because if we look over the edge, we're very much up above the clouds. There's some land down over there, but let's just have a little bit of a dig and see if we can find anything at all. And if you're wondering why we have all of the recipes unlocked, it's because we are technically in the same world as when I did the Spring Sky Island. So we had a 100 days for that, but we've gone really far away and I left all of my stuff to start again. Well, kind of. We're starting completely from scratch except for armor. But hopefully that'll just leave us more time to build and do other fun things. And everything else is completely reset, hence the stone pickaxe. And I did manage to find a bit of iron and cook it up before resurfacing for day 2. And to look at that, it is a brand new day. We definitely have to watch out for creepers and such. Oh, there's zombies coming at me. I find that these islands really do just become like a big mob spawner if you don't sleep at night, since there's nowhere else for mobs to really spawn. But what we're going to do is to make some shears, shear some sheep, and then after getting a bed, I don't really know my next goal. All I know for sure is I want to transform this island into a beautiful town with houses and farmland. But you know what? I was worried about having animals on this island, so why don't we just start with collecting some animals and putting them in a pen. So what we're going to need is enough wood to make some animal pens. What even is this tree? It looks like dark oak, but it's kind of acting like spruce dark oak log. Okay, very interesting. Oh, where does this tree end? Oh, I thought we were at the top. We're not at the top. And that took most of the day. These days are flying by too quickly. We need fences and also gates. Okay, let's make a shovel so that we can clear a little bit of land and just make it flat. I don't know if this is where we're going to keep the animals, but it's at least a good spot to start. And it's becoming night, but tonight it's okay because we actually have a bed. So I slept through to day 3, finished the animal pen, lowered this cow in. And okay, 1 cow is a start. It just kind of happened to be right there, but let's go find some of those sheep and some more cows. Oh, here's a cow. Come on, Miss Moo. In we go. There you go, ladies. Or lady and man, I don't know. And then we go find the sheep. Where's the sheep? Foxes don't kill sheep, do they? They better not. We got the bears and we got the moo-moos. And now with the animals sorted, why don't we make a little chest of stuff to set up ourselves temporarily? And then let's make sure we keep collecting a little bit of the wheat around here and maybe expand on some of the wheat fields. Look at us planting the seeds of our future here. The seeds of a new adventure, you might say. And speaking of adventure, now that that's set up, I think we should check out our surroundings. Our wings aren't for nothing after all this, so we can actually leave this island and then get back. Oh, I see some land over there. Why don't we go over there? Honestly, we don't really need the wings right now. We can just sort of fall. Oh, look at the glow squid. Wait, they're probably spawning because the light level is so low below the island. Look at that shadow. It's terrifying. We will go in the opposite direction. And it looks like our first biome in front of us is a cute little flower forest. I love to see it. And we're going to have to sleep out here into day 4. And now we can have a little wander around, maybe get some inspiration for what to build, and maybe get some blocks that we can bring back to our island and use. I actually really like these. They kind of look like tomato plants, which could be kind of autumnal, or we could just use them as roses. But either way, the colour is nice and autumny. I see a little guy. Hello? Oh, I don't know what to do with her. I don't know if I can do anything with her. Okay, bye. It's nice to meet you. Okay, poll time. Do you associate sunflowers with summer or autumn or both? I feel like they're kind of autumnal, but I don't know why I feel that way. And we're going into this weird dead biome. I don't know if that's what we want. Oh, there's lots of tuff here. Are we even in the update where you can make things from tuff? We are not. In that case, I don't think I want it. I spent a lot of day 4 honestly wandering around collecting coal in the end, and I realized that we're going to need to go underground while we're down on land to get iron and diamonds. Oh, sweet berries. Ow. I think they'll go well on our autumn island, and also we have foxes on the island, and foxes love berries. And I'm seeing something really cool over there. Should we go over? It doesn't really look dangerous or anything. Whoa, this is so cool. It's like a whole medieval little city. And there's a little campsite on the outskirts. Oh, and here's our iron that we wanted. Hello. Oh, it's like a little mining outpost. This is so cute. I love it. There's some more iron. Oh, and there's even one of these big blocks of beans, aka iron. Look at this guy, block of raw iron. Oh, I feel like this city is very good for us. We're hitting the jackpot, especially for early game. Fiddly-dee potato. Okay, I love this place. Let's go over here and hope that it's just as good. Whee! I'm scared of mobs. Okay, there's no mobs. Hello, citizens. Anybody here? I hope this is not bad guys. It doesn't look like a place bad guys would live, right? Right. Ooh. Oh, there's so much going on. We got a lot of random food. Wait, actually, carrots. Carrots are nice. And, oh, it's night. Sleeping is nice. And we're on day 5. Day 5 is nice too. Oh, there's a little animal barn. It's 1 animal per pen. Haven't seen that before. And up here we've got also, this place is uncannily quiet. Where are the villagers? Oh, there's a whole castle. Okay. Oh, double doors. Hello? Anybody home? I really do feel like I'm intruding. Also, I feel like some guards are going to come and attack me because this is way too easy to loot everything. Oh, there's diamonds. That's our first diamonds. What? Should we just move in here? Forget about the autumn island. Hello. Weaponsmith. Wow, this is so cool. Oh, there's a birthday cake. Is it your birthday? Happy birthday. That's so fun. Can I have a slice? Oh, I can. Okay. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to take your candle. Wait, it won't let me put it back. Oh, I'm so sorry. Happy birthday. Teehee. Oh, bookshelves and books. I continued spending the rest of the day exploring the castle and all of the buildings, but honestly, none of the loot was quite as good as the diamonds. I stole some scaffolding and some food, but that's about it. And then after sleeping in one of the houses for tonight, I think we're gonna have to go home. We have a lot of stuff, but also honestly, I would like to get some more iron and diamonds. Actually, we have 40 raw iron. I think we're good on the iron, but some more diamonds would be nice. So I think we'll go home and dump our stuff, and then we'll go mining. Oh, there's some more iron, just kind of in the ground. So let's just see if we can find our way home from here. On the way back, I'm going to collect a few more of these sunflowers because I think it would be nice to make a big sunflower field, and just kind of avoiding that random zombie. Oh, it dropped a hat grab bag and I have no room for it. Okay. And our island is right up there, so we get to use our wings to get up to it. These wings are so OP. I love them. Oh, hello. You know what? You're mean. You can just stay trapped there forever. See if I care. But we're back to our little setup with our animal pen and our sad little chest over here. So we can start offloading all of our stuff into that before we head out into the mines. Oh, I got this random 1 lantern. We can put it on here. And then we'll make a furnace and start smelting all of the iron that we got. And we'll take a bit of it with us to make some pickaxes, but let's go mining. My goal is just to find a few diamonds, really. It'd be nice to be able to make an axe, a pickaxe, a couple of other things. So if we let ourselves drop down here, we can just kind of do it nearby. There's a little structure right here. What is this? Is it a drowned drone or is it modded? I cannot tell. Looks kind of modded though. Ow. Oh, there's drowned and I don't have a good weapon. Hello, I would like your fishing rod. Will you give it to me? Okay, there's a lot of drowned around here, so I'm guessing this is just a weird little drowned area, even though it looks kind of different from usual. But I'm gonna dig down to go mining right over here. And after a while, I dug into this. Do we think we just drop into it? I don't hear any mob sounds, so I think we'll just go for it. What have we got? Ooh, it's kind of like a lush cave, but this is definitely modded. I'm scared. It kind of opens up a lot. Telling you though, I'm gonna get that spore blossom, even if I'm scared. But also guys, the last time I was in a lush cave, it did not go well. If you watch my previous video, yeah, it went really badly. There were so many mobs, but right now it seems to be the opposite. For some reason there's no mobs, but I'm also really suspicious of that, so I don't know. Oh, iron. Seriously, why are there no mobs? It's very ominous. Maybe this biome... Oh, there's a creeper. I was about to say maybe this biome doesn't spawn mobs, but I think it does. You know what? We're after diamonds and we're not even on diamond level, so I think we should just keep digging down. Day 7 in the mines was kind of a write-off because I heard thunder and it scared me, so I went to sleep. And we have to stop for a second and make a couple more pickaxes. I'm really hoping that we're near the bottom though and that we hit diamonds soon. I found this cave with a couple of diamonds in it, but it also had this big vein of iron. So I started digging that out, and also in there were more diamonds. Well, I feel like between this and going to that little medieval city, oh, there's more diamonds. We've definitely got more iron than we could ever want or need. Oh, there's a gap. I'm scared of the mobs. Is that just one diamond? Yes. Oh, no, there's another one. Yay. Okay, so we have a few diamonds. We have enough for some tools. And that was honestly kind of the goal. Let's just get this coal. That totally rhymed. Okay, I think that we're going to head out. It's probably night, so let's see if we can sleep. And then let's make our way back to our island for day 9. And we're back home. I've started smelting all of our iron up, but also today I want to start thinking about building ourselves a house. Let's make ourselves our first diamond tool, which is a diamond axe. And I want to start clearing out some of this uneven land, but also clearing out some of the trees. And clearing out the trees kind of doubles as a good task for us to do, because while we're at it, we can also collect the wood to build our house with, and we can also collect the leaves. And while they look green, I'm pretty sure in this biome, they'll be yellow. Yellow, orange, whatever color that is. I think it's like golden. I'm going with gold, but we want to chop down this huge tree because I think we'll want to build our house around this corner of the island. And I was thinking of what to do to add a pop of autumn color, and I think I'd like to incorporate some pumpkins into our house. I'm trying to have a look around for some at the moment. I'm sure I saw some on the island. Oh, there they are. We're gonna have to start growing some more of these if we want enough for a whole roof. Oh, there's some more over here as well. Actually, we might have enough. I think we're gonna do quite a small little starter house. I mean, it'll be big enough. It'll be 2 stories, just not too big on the roof side. But we might as well also plant a couple of pumpkins just in case we need more. So let's go over here and just put a couple in the ground and over here. Day 10 was mostly spent flattening land where I want to build. And that process is kind of annoying because there's a lot of this stone around and that takes longer to mine. But I've realized that we actually don't have any spruce on our island, despite the fact that a lot of trees, the kind of leaves are looking like a sprucey shape. It's actually all birch, oak, and dark oak. But I think there was some spruce just down here, so we're gonna go have a look. Okay, yeah, this looks like spruce. They're not very big trees, they're kind of awkward, but they should give us some saplings. Then we can kind of bring those up to our island and go from there. I returned home on day 12 and kept farming trees there. Alright, should we try to make a start on this house? So I was thinking we start off in this kind of spot here, which I'm just going to fill with dirt. And we'll start off with this stone brick for the base and have enough room for a couple of windows. And then I think we'll have a staircase going up to the doorway over here, so we just need to make some of these into stairs. And this can start over here and go something like so. Then coming up here, we want to add a little bit of texture, so I'm just going to use some stone mixed in with the stone brick. And then when we get to this height, I think our spruce will come in. We can go up by a few blocks, maybe 4 or 5, and strip it all. I want quite a soft look for the walls. So we're going to go with the stripped spruce along with stripped birch. And then it will come out each side like so. And go around. I'm trying not to waste my diamond axe with stripping everything. I feel like that's kind of a good use for the iron axe, if anything. So far we have this shape, and then I want to make kind of a bit coming out, which is where the door can be. The mobs arrive so quickly around here. No thank you, creeper. Please leave me alone. Ugh, we're gonna have to deal with it or it'll just sneak up on us. Hate it here. And let's see what hat the zombie gave us. Oh, big eyes. It's invisible? Oh, that's weird. Oh well. Oh, that's kind of sad. Our other hats work. We also have this yellow crown, which I love so much. I think we'll just wear this the whole time. At least, unless we go somewhere dangerous, and then we'll wear a helmet. But I want to start putting in some birch logs, and we're going to strip them. We're going for quite a muted, kind of warm tones autumnal palette here. I continued working on the house for the rest of that day. And I also remembered that I probably should be breeding my sheep and cows. At the end of the day, it started raining and I started working on my roof frame with dark oak. And luckily, we can just kind of sleep the rain away. I think it should be night any moment now. There we go. And for today, we'll just keep pottering away on the roof. Over the next couple of days, I kept working on finishing the exterior of the build. I had this little idea for the occasional carved pumpkin in the roof, and I did have to gather a little bit more spruce and then just worked on finishing all the details. Lots of fall leaves, of course, and lanterns. And for day 18, we've finished the exterior of the house, so we can have a little fly to have a look, but this is how it's looking. I did these cute little kind of pumpkin faces in the roof, just to really be on theme. And then at the front here, I couldn't resist having a little patch of sunflowers. Just when I placed one and realized that they happened to face the right way, I had to do it. And then we've got this little side area over here, but also if we come up the stairs and go inside, we've got this little kind of, I don't know, entrance area, and then the main area here. And if we come down here, we've got this room. And okay, actually, it looks like I'm not quite finished. So I guess next I'm gonna dig out this floor and put in a proper floor. And also, of course, finish these windows here. We're also going to just try to fix up this little ceiling bit. And this bit, I don't know if this block needs to be here. Oh, it definitely did. And oh, dang it, now it's cobblestone. Okay, luckily we're not out of stone brick. Actually, wait, I have an idea. What if we place this and then make it look kind of more intentional? And then that means if we come back down here, maybe this could be kind of like a little closet. Like this. Oh, that's so cute. And then there's room for a chest in here. And then we might just kind of minimize the amount of windows. And then after we sleep, we can fill in the windows and start decorating. And now we're up to decorating, which might take a while because we don't really have much to decorate with. But I was thinking about having one floor as more storage and the other as more like a bedroom. Or what if the top was like crafting zone, furnaces, things like that, and then the bottom is a lot of chests? Anyway, we'll see what we end up with, but I definitely know that we're going to need to share our sheep. And honestly, it might be more fun if we dye them some fun colors. At least a couple of them, because I would like an orange bed and maybe carpets. Oh, I just remembered something modded, which I really want to have. It's these cute kind of fairy string lights. All we need is some string. String and iron and a white fairy light. The thing we're missing is just the string. I know where to get some pretty quickly though, and it's the mines where we did our strip mining. It's going to be pretty fast. It's literally just down here. Oh, here it is. But there was a cave that we found and it had a bunch of cobwebs, I'm pretty sure. Here we go, right here. Okay, so if we use our sword, yes. Oh, I'm on fire. I don't have water. Okay, it's fine. Yep, we're just burning. Everything is great. Okay, we're fine. And we'll go carefully around the lava and get this 14 string. That should definitely do it for now. After returning and sleeping, I made some lights. And okay, I definitely want these outside to connect to different buildings and stuff. But right now, our house isn't really right next to anything. So I guess we'll place them inside and try that. Let's just have them up like this. Oh, that is so cute. I love this mod so much. Definitely one of my favorite mods. I want to use this to death at our base. And with that, let's get on with the rest of our more vanilla decorating. And I've spent most of day 22 so far moving all of our stuff in, but now we're all moved in and all organized. So here's what our house is looking like. If we come up here, this is the initial room that we step into, which is kind of the bedroom, but it's also got some of our working station and a couple of key chests. And our furnaces, which are up here. But I think my favorite thing about this room is just the view out to the sky. It literally looks like we're so far up in the air. I mean, I guess we are really far up in the air, so that's probably why. But then we can come down here, and this is where the rest of our chests This is where the rest of our chests are. I've got this little chest in a cupboard here, but I don't really know what to put in here. So it doesn't have anything in it, but the rest of our storage is all sorted over here. And I did notice that there's a couple of cute kind of autumnal and Halloween-y paintings. So I was definitely sure to put those up. I really like this sunflower one for our house as well. And that pretty much brings us to the end of day 22, but it's also time to think about what we want to work on next, and I think I'd really like to think about the layout of this whole area, and also to plan out some crop fields. I think some wheat fields and carrots and things would be really nice, and there's also some modded crops in this mod pack, so maybe we could find some of them. But we are going to sleep, and then we really need to remember to feed our animals some more, so we're going to do that. And then I think if we want to make some modded crop fields, first of all, we need to see if we can get any modded crops. I didn't see any when we were out, so I'm not kind of taking it for granted, but we'll see. Maybe we just need to go a little bit further afield. And then the only other thing I want to make sure we do while we're out is gather a bunch of dirt just to help us with flattening all of this when we get back. Wait, that's a completely different direction to what we went last time, I think. Wait, is it? I don't know. We're going over there. Whee! And we've made it to shore, so we're really just gonna wander around looking for crops. But also, I'm not gonna say no to some nice flowers along the way. Oh, we have to look where we're going a bit more here. Oh, there's a big hole. It is a lush cave though, which is kind of nice. But also totally not what we're doing, not even a little bit at all. First I found some onions, although they're not really the colour scheme that we're after either. Well, look at that tree. It's like a giant palm tree. Oh my gosh, what's this? Wait, is this a crop? Mandrake. Okay. I think this might be part of the Feywild mod. I guess we can try plant it at home. I've also found a little structure thingy over here, or two structures next to each other. I'm not too sure if they're related, but this is adorable. Actually, we should make some little guys like this, like some little scarecrows for our crop field. That'll be so cute. Definitely taking inspiration there. And what's in here? Just some more iron and bread. And we'll see what we have over here. This does look kind of unrelated. Oh, there's a lectern. It looks kind of like an altar. There's no book to read or anything though. There's some coarse dirt here though, so I might spend the rest of today collecting that because it might be nice for some pathways. I continued gathering coarse dirt and regular dirt the next day. And now we're really just looking for a couple of crops that aren't onions, and I saw this over here. I have a feeling that these might be tomatoes. Yes, tomato seeds. Okay, this is actually perfect. These are going to look so good. It's kind of funny how I'm mostly just worried about looks, but we could also try cooking with them. I think that could be fun. Maybe we'll go build a kitchen or something, but we need to sleep and then we can have a final look around, see if there's any more crops nearby. But our inventory is very full, so I'm also very happy to go home if we don't find anything else. And so far, all I'm really finding is more coal. There's actually heaps of coal in the mountain. Oh, we've got too much and now we don't have room. I guess we'll get rid of our torches. Okay, and with that, I think we should start heading back. I don't even know where we are. There's a village over there. Hello, villager. Mr. Farmer. Oh, sometimes farmers have, well, vanilla crops at least. We're still missing beetroot. Is this beetroot? Yes, that's beetroot seeds, right? Okay, we got our first beetroot seed. And from here, we're gonna try find our way home. I returned home towards the end of day 25 and managed to plant our first beetroot along with our tomatoes and breed our animals. And from there it was time to start some terraforming. So first of all, we've got all of this annoying stone to dig out, and we want to just fill this in with regular dirt for now. And we can also add some coarse dirt kind of around, wait, is this coarse dirt? No, this is regular dirt. We can add some coarse dirt around the edges of our paths. The next couple of days I spent terraforming, just placing and breaking dirt. And I have a day 29 update for you, not that we're done quite yet, but it has taken quite a while, so I thought I'd show you where we're at so far, which is just that we have this big area all cleared out, all flat. I can definitely tell that the animals are gonna not want to be there because I definitely want to flatten this some more. And this is probably going to be where some crops go. Speaking of crops, it looks like our tomatoes have grown, or at least some of them have, and our very first beetroot. So we'll be able to replant that and get a couple more going. So that is perfect, and I've also started to terraform around here as well. We just probably need to take some more of these trees down and fill some more areas with dirt, although we are running out of dirt, so we'll have to kind of get it from somewhere. Maybe there's little kind of patches around the back of the island. And then of course the other thing we've got going on is this tower, which we haven't checked out yet. We've got the entrance to it right here, and of course we'll incorporate it into our builds and make a nice path going to the entrance. So I've got a few more iron shovels. Let's just keep working on this area. And now at the start of day 31, this is what we've got so far, and I think we can start kind of planning a few things out. I've made this path go over here, and unfortunately it goes right through the animal pen, so we'll have to move that pretty soon. So I think one of our priorities is actually going to be to make a barn, and I think we might want to map out the barn maybe somewhere back over here. So 1, 2, 3. That can be kind of our rough placement for now, and then we'll have a path kind of going from over here, I guess. And then I guess this area here can all be crops. And I would quite like a small build, I think, in this area over here, so maybe about 9 wide. And who knows what this is going to be. I just think it fits in the spot nicely. And then I'm picturing a build kind of over here where all of this wheat is, so somewhere in this vicinity. And maybe this one can be our kitchen, where we cook up any recipes with our modded crops that we get, such as our tomatoes and anything else we can get later on. And I think that that is a good start for planning, but before I do anything at all, some of you guys probably really want me to go in this tower by now, so let's just do that. I think we get up enough. We haven't got a super good weapon, but we have got good armor. And there's some bookshelves in here, so that'll be nice for enchanting, but let's see what else we've got. I have been in one of these kinds of towers before in our little springtime island, and it actually does sound like there's a witch above us, which means that it's kind of the same as the other tower, I think. Wait, this is not an entrance. Wait, how do we get up there? Oh, glowberries. That's how. Okay, I'm ready to fight a witch. Why is she stuck in the corner? And we did it. That was really easy. I think that has an enderman been here? Actually, this whole thing is kind of chaotic. I'm gonna take the bookshelves though. And then, oh gosh, are we really ready to fight an evoker? We just have to break right through. We do have wings, so we can just kind of fly into it, I guess. Breaking the amethyst. And here we are. I'm scared. Oh, and there you are. Oh, no, no. Uh-oh. Okay, we got him. I don't know if he will have dropped his totem because he technically died to full damage. That's so annoying. And we got these guys all over the place. Oh, our hearts are not doing too good. I'm just gonna kind of run around in circles and try to eat. No, no, no. Okay, I'm gonna go. We need to eat. We're on 2 hearts. There's one still coming for us. No. Or is he coming, or is he just kind of watching from a distance? Here's one. Oh, I saw one die. But also, I want to fly back up here. Oh, no. Is this from the evoker? If it is, oh, ow, ow. Okay, leaving again. We're still in the danger zone, I guess. I don't think he dropped his totem though, because we didn't technically kill him. All we get is this dumb hat. Nah, the hat's cool, but it's not what I was after. You know, we probably should have worn a chest plate for that. I totally forgot about it. Oh well, no totem. We got some bookshelves. And with that, the day is almost over. I'm just gonna chop these trees and prepare to make a barn. Okay, so as the sun rises on day 33, let's get started on this barn situation. So I want to do a somewhat traditional, just kind of a big barn, but I also want to have 2 kind of side bits coming off of it. They look maybe a little bit like stables. I don't know, it might be easier to just do it than explain it, but let's begin with this. So we go about 6 blocks up, and then we probably want to make some slabs and stairs, and we're going for a very similar color palette to what we used for our house. And I totally made too many slabs, not enough stairs. There we go. That should do us, and we want to start off steep and then get less steep as the roof goes on. And then we want a beam going all the way across, and it's good we did this because I totally had that log in the wrong place. And I think this is a good shape for the main kind of central part of the barn. Then we just need to bring it all back a bit. Oh, look, a sleeping fox. Oh my gosh, so cute. Can we have foxes in a barn, or is that a bit weird? Oh, he's sleeping with a little stick in his mouth from the tree I just cut. And now this is how it's all looking by the next day. We just need to do the side portions that I was talking about before. So if we go across by 1, 2, 3, pillar, 1, 2, 3, pillar, we need to add a little bit of dirt in here. And here we go. Let's go up by about 4 blocks. And then start to go across, and it's going to be kind of like little stables. And do I know what I'm using these portions for? No, because we don't have any horses up here. And now on day 35, all of the framework is done, and this is what it looks like. It's pretty nice and big, but we are just going to need to collect a little bit more wood just to fill it all in. So we're going to spend today doing that. We have these birch trees over here, and I want to grow another giant spruce tree over here. So let's get on to that. And after collecting more of the wood, I started filling in the roof with spruce wood on day 36. And here we are working on the walls, which are mostly stripped birch, as well as working on all of the little details with leaves and lanterns. And now it's day 40, and this is how the exterior of the barn is looking. I think it's really nice, very autumnal, all just like browns and oranges. And honestly, I'm very here for it. We still need to do the interior here. Actually, I never finished that either. But I think we're mostly just gonna fill in the floor with oak wood, since we've ended up accidentally collecting quite a bit from these trees that are all around. But first, I made a couple more of these string lights, and I really wanted to have a go at just connecting them. Okay, they can go from the bottom of those stairs. That's nice. And then maybe up here. Oh, stop. That is so cute. Is that the perfect height, or should it go up higher on one side? Let's try it. And then all the way over here. Oh my gosh, this is what I wanted. This is so cute. I love it so, so much. Can they connect to leaves as well? Oh, they can. Okay. So maybe one on each side. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Okay, I think if I could add anything to Minecraft, like to vanilla Minecraft, it'd be these. But I think for the rest of today, let's just dig out the barn floor here and fill it in. And I think when we dig it out, we'll leave these side bits full of grass, just because I think we'll use them for the sheep. And sheep do be needing grass. We can maybe make it look a little bit more decorative just by making a few of them path blocks. And now the barn is ready for the animals. We've got all of the flooring in, but I did realize I never ended up making anything like fences to hold this up, so we're gonna do that real quick. I think some spruce fences will do the trick. Okay, perfect. And after sleeping, we can grab the animals and put them all in the barn. Oh no, how are we gonna separate sheep from cows here? Let's just get a couple of the sheep out. Oh, it's already failing. There's a cow coming. No, you get back, get back, get back. Get back! Okay, that cow chose violence. Can they get out through there? I'll just put it back properly. There we go. And that got us 3 sheep out, which is honestly not too bad. Most of the rest of the animals are cows. But we'll bring these 3 over to this pen. And I also want to start dyeing them a few different colors so the baby can be yellow. And now we just need to, okay, we're gonna get rid of the superfluous cow. And then we've got all of these guys. Everybody, come on through. I don't know what I'm going to do with the extra sheep. Come on. It's just animals everywhere at this point. I did not do a good job of this. And the result of what we've ended up with is honestly a lot of dead animals that were in the wrong pens. But we have some sheep on this side, some cows in the middle, and some sheep on this side. Oh, sorry, I did not mean to do that. We've had enough death today, but I'm gonna finish off today by just getting rid of this and also flattening this land, because it is sitting on this kind of taller bit of land here that we can bring it down just a little. And then after we do this, I'm excited to finally start working on some crop fields. We've got our paths laid out, so I think the first crop area I want to do is in this spot. So we need a new shovel, but that should be fun. I'm excited to have tomatoes as well as just pumpkins and wheat. And after doing that, everything's looking way more cleared up. And I would say ready for some crop fields. And if we're zooming out a bit in FreeCam, we've got a couple of little sections. So we've got this one over here and this one over here. And I think we're going to start with these two, and this one is going to be wheat, and this one is going to be tomatoes, leaving space for a little build over here. So let's get straight to it though. We just need to begin with our buckets of water. This process with the water is kind of annoying. I don't really know if there's an easier way aside from just making a ton of buckets, but when you don't have an iron farm, that also kind of feels like a waste. So I guess we're just doing it the slow way. And from here, we need to hoe all of the land, and it's going to take a while to grow enough tomatoes to kind of spread all of the seeds. So I guess we might as well start. We do have a few of them, but we might as well start by planting them as soon as possible and giving them that time to grow. And now we've finished all of the land for the tomatoes, I'm just going to repeat the same thing over here for the wheat field. And luckily we have a ton of wheat seeds, so it shouldn't be too hard to fill up the field. And now in FreeCam on day 46, this is how the crop fields are looking. Obviously we still need to do a lot more planting. Oh, a couple of our tomatoes look like they're ready, so we can grab them. But I also want to make a couple of little scarecrows in the fields using pumpkins as their heads. So we want to give that a go next. Oh, we got a rotten tomato. Wait, I think we can throw those. It's kind of funny. Honestly, it's better when you have a person to throw them at. And let's see, we'll get our pumpkins from over here that have been growing. And we can use them along with fences and hay bales to make a little scarecrow. So we've got plenty of hay, and we'll go dark oak fence, but one maybe over here. So we do hay bale and then the pumpkin and some little arms. Not 3 arms, don't be silly. And a face. And we can make him a little hat. Oh, perfect. Do you think he'll scare the birds away? There's no birds here. Oh my gosh, I wish there were crows. That would be so cool. But I think we'll spend tomorrow making a couple more scarecrows and also redistributing all of this wheat. And now this is where we're at for day 48. We've got a couple of these cute little guys in the wheat field. And of course we have one over here in the tomato patch as well. And later, once it's all grown, we'll be able to finish replanting all of our wheat and tomatoes. But I was thinking about what to do next, and I'd really like to build ourselves a kitchen and try some cooking. But I don't think we're really in a position to build anything. We used up a lot of our resources on this barn, and our axe is dying. We've honestly gone through a lot of iron axes as well. But really our only solution is if we could enchant with unbreaking. So I was thinking maybe we should make an enchanting setup. 15 books. It's not a lot of books. Our other option though is getting villagers, and I think that that could be a fun one for this, because I was thinking of what we could do over here and also what we could do with that space over there. And what if we had some cute little market stalls and there were villagers in them, and the villagers could buy and sell stuff from us, and we could hopefully get unbreaking. And we actually have the easy villagers mod as well, so we can pick up villagers to bring them up here. So I'm thinking we should go on a little mission. Oh my gosh, that guy is still there. You're stuck. But let's go on a little mission to get some villagers. Oh, there's also that big medieval city. We'll just kind of see what we find. And while we're here, I am going to collect flowers, because I want cute little flower beds full of flowers. By the end of the day, I found some wild carrots, which might be useful for cooking recipes. And now it is day 49, and I found something that's not a village. I mean, it could have villages. I guess I don't know. But we got to check it out, because I've never seen that before. What is this? Is it friends? Is it foe? I don't know. Wait, what's that? That's weird. Is it a library? Oh, I think I've come across these before in a different mod pack. Employees only. Yeah, I totally work here. Don't even worry about it. Ooh, you know, I don't think that really we want to do a buried treasure mission right now. You know what this has is a ton of bookshelves. We could definitely use them. I mean, that would solve our enchanting setup problem, although I still kind of want to use villagers just for fun. What is all of this? Just empty. This place is cool though. There's a little upstairs mezzanine, and ooh, even more stairs. It's the roof. Okay, we're on the roof with the weird floaty thingy. Oh, it just broke. We didn't get it. Well, anyway, this is not a village, so let's keep having a look around. And we've found this little village on the top of a hill now. We'll have a quick snoop around before we yoink some of the villagers. Onions, tomatoes. I really want to find rice. Do we think the farmer could have rice? It doesn't look like it. I think it goes in the water. He's got... Wait, what is this? Ah, it's just another onion. Boo. I don't even like onions in real life. Ooh, a librarian. What are you selling? Quick charge. No, I want unbreaking. But we could just... Oh my gosh, it works. Look at him. Okay, we're going to take this librarian with us. That is so funny. And we'll take your lectern as well. There's a man in my inventory. And another one. They're making her sounds even as I hold them. I feel like it's just disgruntled put me down sounds. We have room for one more though, and I feel like we can't just leave the baby alone. But with that, we have a full inventory, so let's start heading back. And now we are back. I want somewhere to put these villagers, which means I want to make some market stalls for them. And to me, market stalls involve wool, so we're just going around collecting some wool. And we'll go over to this side as well. And then let's see, let's start with this one over here, because this is going to be a big one as far as market stalls go. Maybe it could have 2 or 3 villages in it, but I want to have kind of fence posts going off of it, and then a little counter over here just going all the way across. And I guess the sides could pretty much be the same thing. And then from here, we're probably going to carve out the floor and make it spruce or something, but we'll also have to put boats or something for the villagers to sit in so that they don't wander away. And then we want just a cute little roof made of different types of wool. Maybe we'll do white and orange or white and yellow, and on the very edges we'll line it with dark oak stairs. Okay, I'm having another idea. I just don't know if it'll work at all, but I don't know if villagers can hop up on a single block that also has a trapdoor on top. Like, is this a little bit too high for them? I don't know, but I guess we can test it. So if we box in a villager in a little gap here, and if the villager can climb over here, then we can't do it. Ah, he can. Okay. Maybe that should have been obvious, but I don't know. They can't climb over fences, which also look like they're just over a block tall. I just thought it'd be really cool if they could just roam around in here instead of being in boats. I don't know if there's really any other solution to that. Oh, I'm in the boat. Hold on. Oh, how do I do this? There we go. I mean, it's not too bad. From this specific angle, you can't tell that he's in a boat at all. But let's go to bed and then keep working on the stall. It took me a couple more days to finish that off. We had to keep gathering wool because I didn't have enough, not to mention I was getting a little distracted with replanting my wheat. And now it is the morning of day 55. By the way, I can't believe we're already over halfway through, but also I think we've made some really good progress. But this is our little villager market stall all done, so I had to add these because you guys know now they are my favorite. And I hope to have some more over here as well, maybe connecting to this side. But for now, we have our villagers in here. These two probably should be in different boats, to be fair, but we need to re-roll them as well. I don't know if this one's gonna re-roll at any point. He seems very attached to being a quick charge guy. And I did manage to almost finish the wheat field and completely finish the little tomato patch over here. So next we want to work on a couple of smaller market stalls over here, I think. So I've got one kind of set out over here, and we'll do one maybe somewhere over here. If we zoom out in free cam, we can have a look at how everything is looking and also plan out where it could go. So this is our whole island at the moment. It's looking so nice and autumnal, but I'm definitely envisioning a market stall over here, and then maybe we'll leave this tree where it is, and we could do another stall over here perhaps. Like, we'll make that area into actual grass and not just podzol and rock. And then in that case, the path can kind of come from over here. And in order to do all of this, we're going to have to keep working on gathering more wool. So I thought for today and maybe tomorrow we can just kind of bounce between collecting wool and re-rolling our librarian. And I'm mostly hoping for an unbreaking trade. And we have 18 emeralds that we've just kind of randomly collected on our travels, so I'm hoping that that'll be enough to just be able to buy Unbreaking 3. But let's get to re-rolling. And now on day 56 we've got some cozy rain, and I've been managing to collect more wool, but these guys, the baby grew up, but they've only managed to re-roll and actually take their jobs again once. So I'm not totally sure what that's about. I don't know if letting them out of the boats could help. Oh, well that did help immediately. Okay. I don't really want them to leave the area and be able to trample our tomatoes, but I guess this is the only way to do it quickly. Where are you going? No, don't go to the barrel. No. No, I love being able to pick them up. Okay, he really doesn't want to be a librarian right now. My idea from here is that we section all this off. You're gonna be a librarian and you're gonna sell me unbreaking. And while they're taking jobs, we're gonna start working on the next little stall. And from there, I just spent the next couple of days building and re-rolling trades and just doing a little check-in on day 59, even though we're not actually there with either of our tasks. So out of our 2 more market stalls that I wanted to make, we have one where the bones are finished, just not the details. And the other one I haven't actually started yet, we've just got this patch of land. And then as for our librarian villagers in there, they have not offered me unbreaking. They're also offering a really expensive trades. So I'm afraid that our 18 emeralds wouldn't even cover it, even if they did offer unbreaking. So I think what we'll do is keep working on this stall, but we'll make it so that there's a farmer in here so that we can do trades to get more emeralds. So we're gonna do the same process where we dig out the floor, add some little decorations, and then put a villager in a boat. Okay, we've got our composter. We're just waiting for this little guy to grow up, and then I'm gonna get some stuff to decorate his stall with. We're not really going for a pink color scheme, but I would love to use kind of a hidden spore blossom just for the particle effect. Yes, there it is, all of the green particles. I think they look really good. And then we'll place a lantern and some bookshelves, maybe another lantern and a couple of chests. And then for the roof, we'll do a couple of leaves. And I see another baby. Hello? Oh, how do I pick you up? Get out of the tomatoes. Please leave my tomatoes alone. Got him. I guess you're also going in the boat. And with that, we're about to head into day 60. I'm going to keep trying to build another stall and just try to reroll more villages. We're going to skip past this because you guys have already seen me doing all this. On day 61, my farmer grew up, so I started trading wheat with him. And then when he leveled up, his trades were 2 modded crops that we don't have. And I feel like we wasted so many days re-rolling librarians at this point. So on day 63, I am absolutely locking in Unbreaking 1. Even though it's only Unbreaking 1, we cannot waste any more time on this, and I did manage to afford 2 Unbreaking books. Also, this other guy sells Silk Touch, which I would really like 1 Silk Touch book as well, to be honest. I'm just noticing this arrow. I don't want to hit the arrow, but oh my gosh, I think there's an easier way to cycle their trades with this mod. Wait, we can test it on one of our farmers over here. Oh yeah, I built this as well. A 3rd little stall, and I even built a 4th one way over there. So we're definitely getting things done, but okay, so we've got our farmer here, and then we've got this guy. Oh, I've locked both of them in. Okay, we can't test with that either. But I'm pretty sure this whole time I could have been cycling trades a lot easier. All right, well, good to know. Also, our axe is almost broken just from breaking the lectern over and over. So we are making ourselves a new diamond axe, also a diamond pickaxe, in the hopes that we can get Silk Touch on that, but we're definitely gonna put Unbreaking on this. And should we do it twice? Yeah, let's do it. So now after all that effort, we finally have an Unbreaking 2 axe. And I think that after sleeping, we'll try get Silk Touch. In order to do that, I think we have so many tomatoes. Our best bet is trading tomatoes with our second farmer. Honestly, tomatoes are actually another food that I don't really like in real life. It depends what it is. Like, I like spaghetti bolognese, but I won't just eat a tomato. But I think in Minecraft, the tomato plants just look so cute. So I'm definitely not mad at them. And we'll see what he offers leveling up. Oh, pumpkins! I love a good pumpkin trade. Not that we even have very many pumpkins. This is our sad little pumpkin patch, just in with the wheat over here. And after a wee bit more trading, we have just enough to afford the Silk Touch. And now I want to go into FreeCam and show you all how our island is starting to look, because I think it's looking pretty nice. We've got all of the market stalls looking cute, and amongst the buildings and the crop fields, I also started making kind of a little border of leafy kind of fences or hedges over here. And I think it'd be nice to do that to the whole front of the island, but that's more of a later problem, because right now I want to start clearing out a little bit more of this and kind of figuring out the layout here. Obviously, this little area is a total mess. Also, I think I want to have a build go right here, so we want to plan out that and figure out where our paths are going. And also, just now that we finally have Unbreaking, chop a few more resources like these birch trees I had growing over here. So let's just peacefully do some resource collecting, do some terraforming, just kind of focus on that. And now now on day 67. We have all of this cleared out. I kind of moved our little water source here, but it gave me an idea that this little area right here could be a little lake or pond. So I think that is what we're going to turn this into, and then we'll have a little building over here and a slightly bigger building over here. Let's keep kind of continuing this path around so that we have an idea of where our lake can go and where it needs to actually stop. And then I guess we can go straight into kind of digging this out. I sort of want to avoid... Oh, it looks like there's already a bit of a hole, which could work to our advantage, or it could be kind of a mess. This is kind of a mess. We'll just try to dig out some of this area and see how we go. And after digging out in kind of a circle shape, I sort of started going along this side a bit more to make it more of an oval, just because we do have quite a bit of space in this direction. Is this shape good though? It looks like a whole lot of nothing. I think it'll work though. We just need to clean up all of this a little bit, or a lot, and go make another shovel. And so we did more digging and filling it with water. Wow, look at that. It's a really boring hole of water. We need to decorate this, but I don't really have anything to do that with. I was thinking we should go get some lily pads. Oh, the one thing I do have though is some bone meal. So if we go like this, at least it'll grow seagrass all over the bottom. And that kind of quickly hides all of the ugly dirt. I love bone meal. It's like magic. But beyond that, I think we will need to go off the island and try find a swamp for lily pads so we can get some more flowers. Oh, hello little fox. Oh, no, don't go over the edge. I'll leave you alone, I promise. I hope the fox is okay. But we are going to prepare for a little adventure. And after waking to a new morning on day 69, we head off the island again. And since we're over by this beach, we might as well make sure that we have enough sand for windows for our future builds. And then we'll head inland a little bit more. Oh, hello turtles. Next, I got distracted collecting mushroom blocks in this tiny dark oak forest. I eventually found a mangrove swamp and went around collecting lily pads. And then I saw a random beehive just in the middle of the mangrove swamp, and I feel like it's a terrible environment for bees, so I decided to save them. They are coming home with me. Oh, have we found rice? Is that rice? I've been kind of passively looking for rice every single time we go out. Also, it'll look so cute in our little lake. Okay, yes, that is rice. I don't know if we got it in the form where we can replant it though. Oh, we did. I would love to get this small drip leaf as well, but we didn't bring any shears with us. So I guess that's out of the question. It's cool that there's sea pickles though. And maybe we'd like some mud around the lake. I don't know, but we might as well just take a little bit, just in case we want it. And with that, we're gonna collect a little bit of stone so that we can have some rocks around the lake. And we're gonna ignore that cave entrance, but after that we'll head home. And now we're back on day 71 and I'm ready to start decorating this pond. So let's see, we've got the sea pickers, we've got the lily pads, we've got the rice, which I'm really excited about. Oh yeah, and unrelated, but we've got this beehive, so that can go here. And then back over here, we've got rocks and flowers for the edges of the island. So we'll just place those all around. I should grab some leaves too. What the heck? There's a fox in my house. I mean, I guess this is good. Now it can't accidentally throw itself off the island. You are stuck in here with me. But I was gonna just grab some oak leaves. And from here, we continue decorating the lakeside. And by day 72, we have our beautiful pond. I'm really just waiting for the rice to grow, and that will be the final touch. Oh, here's a little bit here. And if we bone meal this one, then nothing happens. I don't really know how it goes when it's down here. Like maybe the water is too deep for it. I guess we'll find out. I placed a couple a bit lower down and then a couple higher up. Oh, like this one. So we shall see, but that is our cute little pond all done. But now I want to move on to resource collecting for our final couple of builds that I have planned. So one over here and one over here. And one of these is going to be kind of a commercial kitchen and cafe, and the other one's just going to be kind of like a storage room. Not exactly storage for me, but more for all of the crops and everything this island produces. So like the villagers are all putting it in there. But, oh, hello, foxy friend. We do need to start collecting some spruce. I'm going to go to the very back of the island to plant some spruce. We haven't been using this part of the island at all, but I kind of like having it here. It's kind of nice to have a more underdeveloped section of the island just for resource collecting. Also, not to mention, if we go out in free cam, it does look really nice when we just kind of have this backdrop of trees over here. But while waiting for our trees to grow, I'm going to collect a little bit of stone, and we can use this as mostly stone bricks for the base of our buildings. And after chopping more wood yet again the next days, it is time for the final buildings. We're going to start with the smaller one. I've already made a little outline. It is small, but it is going to be a little bit tall, kind of like our starter house with a stone base, followed by kind of the wood section. But let's start to kind of build this up and just sort of see how we go. Maybe the entrance can be here. So we'll go up by 2 and then across. Okay, that is the bottom, and then we'll get our spruce out for the top floor. And maybe we'll have it come out by 1, kind of like this. And then just all the way across. I did all the kind of frame of the building and the roof on day 75. And on day 76, this is where we're at, but I kind of want to try something a bit different with my building and switch to this one and kind of build them together at the same time. This one's a little bit larger, but same deal where we have a stone brick base. And to change it up a little bit, we might do these kind of sections that poke out like so and build them up into little archways that kind of curve around here. So I kept working on that building for the next couple of days. And now by late day 79, we have 2 building structures behind us that just need both to be filled in and detailed. So we've got the storehouse over here, and we've got the kitchen and cafe over here. And I did leave a little balcony that kind of wraps around the side there, just so that it can be like a little outdoor cafe, a seating area or something like that. But let's start to kind of fill in the walls and everything in these buildings. I think we're going to be using mostly stripped birch for both of the walls. And then for the roofs, we'll see. I do have these mushroom blocks, which would be cool to use, and in the red as well, but we shall see. I think I left it a moment too long to go to sleep. Got him. And with that, we are getting pretty close to being done with both of these buildings. The exterior is almost finished. So we've got our little storehouse over here, and if we fly up, I ended up making the roof out of a mixture of mushroom and mud blocks. And then for this building over here, which is our little kitchen and cafe, I went with the red mushroom blocks. And I tried to use this to make it look a little more like a cafe, but we do have one thing in this building that really needs finishing. So if we come inside, the bottom floor is ready to be decorated. The top floor looks like this, which is lovely. There's a nice view over our island, but I didn't have quite enough blocks to fill in the roof. So we are going to need to go on a quick little mission and get some more. I think where I was, there was only 1 red mushroom, so hopefully we'll be able to find another. Oh, okay, bye. I think that's actually a second fox. Yeah, we still have our fox down here. But anyway, let's go to sleep. And for day 85, let's hope that we can manage to find another red mushroom. Okay, I found where we were before. There's some little mushrooms there. What if we grew one of them? Like, we can just grab a couple, avoid the zombie, and then we just hope we have some bone meal at home. I know we have some podzol which it'll grow on. So let's just do that in the comfort of home. Let's see, we've got 1 bone and we've got heaps of seeds to turn into bone meal, so I think we'll do that. Hello, Mr. Farmer, I need your composter for a moment. I'll just pop this here and give it a go. Oh, perfect, wonderful. And with this, our little building will be complete. This is all looking very cute. We've managed to do so much on this island, but we do only have 15 days left, so let's work on the interiors. First, we're going to put all this stuff away and gather the items that we need. I started by making some modded things for the kitchen, like a stovetop and a pot. Then I placed it all into the kitchen with some little cabinets and a cauldron, and I used my new knife to collect some rice. On day 87, it was time to decorate the cafe with tables and chairs and add some carpets and paintings. And now we have our little kitchen and cafe done. So when we come in, the kitchen is over here. We've got our cute little setup of modded stuff, which I would like to try out and use in a second. But then if we come upstairs, we have the little cafe area. So just tables and chairs and a couple of little seating setups outside too. But I was having a look at the Farmer's Delight foods, and I know that the stuffed pumpkin is placeable, I'm pretty sure anyway. And with a pumpkin, it's also very autumnal, so I was thinking we'll get the ingredients for this together. It looks like it all goes in a pot, so I'm hoping it's this pot. But let's gather everything for that. We need some rice, and we need some other kind of crop. I think tomatoes will do. And then we need a potato, onion, mushroom, and berries. And taking it all over to the cooking pot, pumpkin goes in here, and then I don't know if the order of everything else matters. I'm just going to kind of put it all in random spots and we'll see if that does anything. It looks like it's doing something. Yay, I'm excited. A little bit of cozy full cooking for us. And it did it! Stuffed pumpkin. I want to put this here. Oh, it's so cute. It's kind of big. I didn't think it'd be quite so tall, but it looks so cute. Shall we have a little bite? You need a bowl to eat this. That is no problem. Got a little crafting table in the corner here. And take a little bit. Oh, there we go. That makes it shorter. Perfect. We've got a little bowl of stuffed pumpkin. But beyond that, I'd love to make another one of these and put it out on our farmer's stall. And honestly, the placeable foods are my favorite. We could try making a shepherd's pie as well. We just have to swap out our water for a bucket of milk. And we've got some raw mutton, so we need to just cook that up. And so on day 89, we can head back to the kitchen with everything we need. And it kind of looks like it's just done in a crafting table. It is. We didn't actually need the stove for that one. And then also our second stuffed pumpkin is done. So let's go place these outside somewhere. Assuming this is placeable. I feel like it is. Yes, it is. And then let's replace this with this. Oh my gosh, stop. It's so cute. And now I'm just waiting to get hungry to try the shepherd's pie. And after pottering around for most of the day, I'm still not hungry, so I guess that pumpkin thing is like a superfood. But next I want to decorate in here really quickly. Like I said, it's just kind of a little storehouse, so it doesn't need too much. Just some barrels and hay bales and things like that. We only have one single barrel in our inventory. Maybe we'll use a little bit of scaffolding and then go get some other supplies. We've got plenty of hay bales to use. I think if we also harvest our tomatoes, we can make crates of tomatoes. Yes, that is adorable. 3 little crates of tomatoes. And I think this will do fine for a little storeroom. And we're finally hungry, so I can actually try the shepherd's pie. And I think now we're on the last 10 days of this world, or at least of doing this island in this world. But if we have a little look in free cam, we've got some little areas that still could use some work, like this patch, and then this bit, and this bit over here, and even this little bit over here as well. So I think for this part, this is kind of the biggest. I would like this to be a big pumpkin patch. So I want to start working on that, and then I want to make sure that I border the island some more with some leaves, and I want to make sure that we finish off these paths properly with coarse dirt in them. And then for the smaller patches of bare land like this over here, I'd like to create some little flower patches. We still have plenty of sunflowers we can plant, but why don't we just start with pumpkin patch? So over here, we're just gonna fill in random spots with water. It's kind of already where our pumpkin patch is. It's just really tiny. There's only like 5 pumpkins here. So we're basically just expanding on what we've already got. And by day 91, I've sort of done this patch that just kind of fades out to over there. But we've got the stems kind of starting to grow, but I would also like to have a few kind of giant pumpkins, I guess. So like this. And the hope, I guess, is just that it looks kind of like one extra big pumpkin. And we'll do a couple more of those around the place as well. So maybe one over here. And that can just kind of help flesh out the pumpkin area a bit more with some size variety. But we'll see how this is looking once all the pumpkins are actually grown. Next, I just noticed that we kind of need to make this path actually go to the door here. And while we're at it, since I had to go get a new shovel, we might as well dig out some of this and place our coarse dirt. Because we started doing that all the way over here by our starter house and never really continued. So like how there's little bits of dirt in here. So I'm going to spend the rest of today or so just going around doing this. I finished that by the end of day 92, and after sleeping I went off the island for one final time to collect some oak leaves for decorating. The next day I finished placing oak leaves around the border of our island, and I also placed some flowers, and on day 95 I started to make some of the final decorative areas, like these cute little flower beds that just kind of fit into the smaller spots around the island. And then by the end of day 97, the island was looking like this and pretty much exactly what I envisioned, but I still had some time left and no idea what to do. So I just made a fishing rod and did some peaceful fishing until day 100. And here we are, finally on day 100. I can't believe we've done it. We've built so much in this 100 days. I think probably more than I've ever built in 100 days. And there's various skeletons around our island. How lovely, but I think we've accomplished so much, from our little starter house to the barn to doing all of these crop fields. Oh, this is how our pumpkin field turned out, by the way. It's become very full and plentiful with pumpkins. And then of course we have our pond with our other two builds over here. And I scattered around a lot of these cute little flower beds just in kind of all the gaps around and near our buildings. And zooming out into FreeCam one last time, that is our 100 days island. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!